Okay, I figured show you how we go through setting up one of these bad boys. So each of these is about $5.5 grand just for the camera alone. So there's heaps of tech on them. They got their AccuSeek software in it. So the AccuSeek stuff allows you to type in like, show me everyone wearing a black hoodie and red pants, or show me all the Ram 250s that have come in the driveway, or whatever. All right, so that's what the AccuSeek stuff does. And you'll see as you open up the box, got a bit about how to manage this thing. This is your general compliance, like safety stuff that comes with every camera. This is a bit about how to install it, how to connect it, what the different connections are. This is mounting. Okay, and then we've got this little plate. So now this particular model is corrosive resistant. So it comes with these plates, and this plate kind of goes onto the arm. This attaches to the arm, and it comes with some tape, and use this like plumber's tape or thread tape around here. Where is it? Because it's twist lock. This is for the latch, this here to go on, and this part here attaches to that head. Now, yeah, so there's a couple bits and pieces in here, some of which you use, some of which you don't. It comes with a little 36 watt, I think it's 38 watt power supply, 36, 38. I'm pretty certain it's 36 watt power supply. This will output 36 watt power to the camera, but mostly for the to boost the infrared and for the heater if it needed. Now, it's in Australia. You can use it, like you can plug it in, but we're in Brisbane and we're never going to really use that heater, so we don't need to. But if we wanted to, we could. So we plug this end in, this gets snipped off, this gets hardwired in by an electrician, and this part we wire in to these guys here. So it just gives it, 36 volt. So it gives it a little power boost, but it won't, it's just for the accessories to run, you know, the window wiper and those sorts of things on it. And then we've got our coupler. I must always use these. And we've got our Allen key. Every single one comes with those. Okay, and these are the waterproof tapes. These are magic. Okay, I'll just open it. So what happens is you take this part off, and it feels tacky. It feels like when you have to pick up a lolly that your kid has spat out and left it on like a side table, and now you have to put it in the bin because they don't want it anymore, and it's covered in ants. It's all that sticky whatever, and you take it out, you stretch it about 1.5 its times, you stretch it out nicely, and then these wrap around here. Once we've terminated, we put these together, and they're pretty water resistant, and then you put this waterproof tape on. Wrap, and it gets right into the grooves and all the cracks and stuff. You want to make sure that your termination is correct, because you don't want to have to peel and cut this stuff off afterwards just to realize, oh yeah, I've got to redo it and the whole big thing. Okay, so we make sure that ours are all correct, and we also use them on these ends if we terminate these. These are the power supplies, thread tape, all the bits and pieces. Power supply obviously is only on there again if it's like in a snowy area or it's very cold and you need the heater because it's going to be moisture, and you know, you want to make sure. But this particular camera is corrosive resistant. Oh man, that's why they give us this handle, which is really great. And this handle, you take this off. You take this off by pushing this back the other way, and or is it this way? Yeah, no, we pull it this way. See, it can come off, and then you chuck that away. But this helps us hold onto it, pull it up and out, and then you can see. Oh, look at this beast. Geez, that looks good. Look at that. Zzz. So what we do, very carefully, we pop this down just here. Now I'm working in our extra office area. Okay, and we look here, we've got outdoor rear right corner, and I say, yep, we've got the IP address that's set for this particular one. We're going to write down the serial number, being LA. Okay, we've made the mark, we've put that there. Right, we've got the serial number down. Then what we do, we pop this back in here. We've got to take these tapes off. We've got to take these tapes off because they're holding this part of the camera still. Come on. I mean, it's good that they do it, but we take that right off because this thing's gonna want to spin and swivel. We stick it on here. We get this sitting just right. Get the cords out. While that's happening, we take this, plug them in. Look. See, look at that. The window wiper blade just shifted. So it goes from that camera into the switch, from the switch straight into here. And now we're changing the IP addresses of each of these to match, so when they go into the customer system, everything works. Open up our other tool, find it for me. While it's finding that and while things are loading, take this over here, turn on our print tool. Ours is ending in 103, and we're going to print out 3 of these. 1 to go on the camera, on the female end of the connection port. 1 to go in the switch area. That's something I want to show. 1 to go in the switch area where that cable goes into the switch. And 1 to go on the actual cable itself. When it's being installed, the cable at the camera end. So 1 goes when we install it into the NVR. Pop it in this little bag. We take 1 of these, which is the starting part of it. So I'll pop these on when we're done programming. I'll pop it on, but look, it's just setting itself, it's spinning, it's doing some adjustments, some alignments. Come on, do a turn. Spin for daddy. So we've got, this is the PTZ lens, and these 2 down here give us a panorama. This particular camera uses up to 90 watts, so your switch must be able to output from a port at least, 90 watts. I mean, technically, each port must be able to do that. So if you buy a 370 watt switch, you can probably only plug in 4 of these cameras into that switch if you're going to use these at this max setting, because it's still got lights to use, it's got the wiper to use when it's raining, all those various weird and wonderful things. Okay, so we've got the device here. We select him, so he's recognized. We put a little, I wonder if you'll see that. Well, it's a temporary password anyway. Okay. Oh, see, try to be sneaky. Now, we don't select the Enable Hike Connect at the moment because, number one, we're not connected to the internet and they don't want to be connected to Hike Connect just yet, okay? We've got updates and things to do. Now the device is on and we just say, use the reserved email. And we have an email address for Safety Heroes that we use. So if ever there's a problem with the device or it's locked out or whatever, we can help our customers and just be like, hey, here we go. It's showing this NVR on here. So here it is. It's found it. It's on the same network. You've got to make sure, I'll just, on a side note, you've got to make sure that your network connection is right so that you're in the Ethernet. If ever you need, you know, that the IP range is right. So we've set our IP range in here and we've set it to the same as the gateway for these so it can find it. Otherwise you can't see it if you open up a window like here. If you put in the IP address for this, it won't find it because it's not in the correct range. But we've got it here and we're going to add to device list. We go down. And look, it's got this little connecting thing. You got to click on it. You got to name the camera. And this particular one, what was it called? Outdoor rear right. Outdoor rear right. And then we enter the password again. And we go okay. Okay, in this part here, it's saying it's got two devices because technically it's got two. It's got the main PTZ camera and then it's got the two cameras below creating panorama. And we want it for all. And so we're saying, yeah, with device 1 and device 2, I want them to be named this channel. I want them to be named the same thing. So then we've got it here. And we're like, oh, great. And here they are, device 12 and device 13. And then if we go to device group and we go down to PTZ, we just get rid of this and we type in here because we will have it at the end of it that it's saying this is the PTZ camera of this particular one. Okay, what was it? Outdoor rear right. Outdoor rear right. Zip. Let's copy that and click here so it saves it. And there we go, it's edited, it's saved. Then we click here, get rid of this. And we say Pano. So same name, but Pano. And it'll say edited and saved. This is what I was talking about with the AccuSeek. So in here, is there anything else I need to do with this? Oh, we'll come back. We'll go to device, video device. So we'll bring this up first. Copy this network address. We'll paste it in here. So that's, now we're looking directly at that camera. So we're logged in to look at that camera. But this AccuSeek, this is a great feature. So you can say in here, I'm looking for a vehicle, I'm looking for a person, you know, I'm looking for an object, an animal, suggest what, I don't know, what are you looking for? You could say a particular person, and then you could search based on, hey, I think it was roughly between this date and this date, or, see, it's got here, please use the format of adjective plus target. Targets include person, vehicle, blah, blah, blah. For example, a person in a white top or a black BMW with plate number, d. So it will read it out, and it will find you all the instances of that particular item, person, thing, whatever, in that location. AccuSeek's been really great. So you can really pinpoint things that have happened. You could choose by color, you know, pattern, any of those weird and wonderful things. But a great feature, and it's definitely boosted the usability of these devices. So we'll go to device here, we'll get back here. Oh, sorry, we'll go here. So we'll log into this camera, And we'll have a little look. Yes, I want to enable camera audio input so that it's on. And now we've got it here. Okay, here we've got the, what's this one? Oh yeah, that's the PTZ one that we're looking at now, and this is the Panorama. Because it's in the box, you're not going to see a great deal. But we've selected, there's selecting Panorama, this is selecting here. And look at that. Looks around. Can do all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Is it going to let me do it? Oh, it's saying it's not supported at the moment. We've got to program some stuff, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So that part's pretty done. We go into here. We just want to make sure our time setting is set to sync with the computer, and then cancel sync, and then save. Because usually, and we don't choose DST, that's daylight savings time. We don't have that in Queensland. We just save it. The video should be set automatically, the stream, the substream, and the third stream. There's lots of different options, but we make sure it's saved. And then that's it for that camera. We can close them up. Close that up. That's all good. We then can disconnect it here. So we've disconnected it here. We need to pop them back out very carefully. We're going to spin them around, pop them down, just for the time being. Got to stick these on. This is 103. This is the other thing. Every little piece of equipment is like purposely chosen. So we're using the tape that, sorry, for the printed labels. That's industrial one. It's an industrial one, and you'll see it's specifically for cables. So we've set our printer to print on coax cable, extra small, and we pop this on, we wrap it. Look, as I was saying, these are printed labels. We use the industrial one for coax on extra small on our printer. We pop it in, and then we tape him up. I think I've mentioned this before in a previous video. Where did I put it? Here it is. Pull him off. We just add another little extra layer because you never know. And it's really irritating if you're the tech and you end up there and you say, oh, what's the IP address of this one? Oh, we don't know why it's not working. If you label everything, it's a heck of a lot easier. So we've labeled that. Pick him up by his handle. Get his bag open. We're going to pop him in his bag. When we have his bag open like this, spin it around. We pop in this one so that when the guys are installing, they pop that on the end that goes into the female end, so the male end gets a wraparound as well. In case this camera ever changes, it already says what the IP address is for that particular channel or that line or whatever it was on. It's just an extra. Seal him up. So he's ready. Put this cover back on. Poke it through. This one in here. Like that. We pop all this information in, pop it down in here, close them up. There's a bit of organizing that goes along with these things. It's not just, you know, Oh, nearly dropped them. Actually, once we've got that sealed up, then we go... We want the brackets, right? We want the brackets. So this one is a pole bracket. This one goes over, straps around the pole. It's got some straps in it. It goes around the pole. And it has like a V in it. I might show you actually. Now every camera generally has a very specific mounting point. You can't just use any old one. Some bolts and screws that go with it. So this is what I was talking about. This is for that particular one. It says 10 kilos on it. They're a really good, well manufactured bracket, to be perfect. And this here, and then this is that other end. So, oh, actually I was wrong. It's not a V. Sometimes they're a V, sometimes they're not. You know, they can lock on. Here, I'll show you. Oh no, yeah. Depends how they're manufactured, but this one, so you pass the stainless steel bands that wrap around the pole this way. It prevents you making mounting holes on the pole. It's difficult, so you use those, and then this base plate, excuse me, this base plate mounts on here, and that mounts to the pole. And you can see all the cables are passed down here, the cables are passed through here, and we'll make sure we seal up any penetrations we have into the pole. We seal them all up so that we're never getting water intrusion. But I've never had a problem with these. Look, they even give these little little service hatches. So these, I guess this particular setup, this is hike vision and high look. So they've got some specialty cameras for particular areas. So really they're using the cheaper ones just to monitor some of the blowouts, the pipes you would have seen in an earlier video. Just monitoring machinery basically to make sure things aren't leaking. And then they've got more intense ones. These is to help monitor people's safety and movement and any issues and what's actually happened. The UPSs to go in the other cabinet like that. And then obviously more intense cameras like this to monitor traffic and the outdoors, and yeah, you've got to get the right camera for the right use. So we seal this all up. This has got everything in it for the boys. Put all this away. Everything's ready for them. Is it labeled? We didn't label it. So you nearly forgot. Oh, we didn't put the tape back. That's why we have everything there. We didn't put the tape back onto the head of here to stop its movement during transport. We don't want things to break. This one goes over here. Look, it's not likely to break, but at the same time, these cameras are $5,000 each. I'm not willing to risk it just by not putting the tape back on. There we go. So that head's not going to move up or down in there. Then we'll pop him back in. Ooh, Butterfingers. In there, and right on here. We're going outdoor, rear right. Rear right. Corner. Now we can seal them up. Make sure everything's in its right spot. Oh, we need these. Everything's in its right spot. Everything's protected. Everything's safe. We're all safe. Now we can pop this down. Now we can pop these in here. And we can pop this over here. With this one here. And those four, these four are essentially ready. They've got their hardware with them. They've got their mounts with them. Look, normally I'd use packing tape, but it's just run out and I haven't gone to Officeworks to get some more.